Hello, Aquarius. This is Natalie. You're at 2020 Tarot. Thank you for joining me today. This is your career and money reading for the month of March. This will not resonate for all. So if it doesn't resonate for this month, check out your Mars, Venus, and rising sign. Mars, your rising and moon signs. And if those don't resonate with you either, please check me out next month. So until then, here's the reading for the month of March. And you have card number 9. What do you feel? What do you feel? You have this woman who's kind of like tossing an apple and an orange in both of her hands. She's completely black and white, but the only colored items on the card are the orange and the green apple, and then she's got a globe that she's looking at. So meaning that there's a lot of differences around you at this time. You're trying to compare apples and oranges, but it's asking you, you know that there's a difference between the two of these, but it's asking you, what are you feeling about this? And this is pertaining to your work and money, career. So, well, let's just see where this goes. Okay, so let's just go in with the Dixit card for Aquarius. So we have, okay, the house within the house, within the house, within the house. So this to me is a card about peeling the onion, so understanding clearly what's going on. It's about unraveling, taking away the layers so you can understand what is truly going on and what is the underlying core of the situation, why things may not be going right. So instead of comparing apples and oranges, you need to actually deep dive into the situation to understand deeper what's going on so you can make a better assessment of the situation with your career and money. But it's also asking you, what do you feel? Okay, let's go into the tarot now and see what the tarot cards have to say. Aquarius, March 2021. Career and money. Aquarius, career and money, March 2021. Okay, all right, here we go. Present situation is the Strength card, the Leo card, okay? The opposing obstacles is the Shadow side, which is the Devil card. The desires and aspirations is the Justice. And we have the Knight of Pentacles as your guidance, and the outcome is the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So let me look at this for a second, because this is kind of like you've got 3 major arcanas on here. You've got the Strength card, Leo card, you've got the Devil card, Capricorn, you've got Justice, Libra. And then you have 2 Pentacles, speaking for money, right? But at the moment, it's asking you, or you are in a position where you have a lot of strength and courage. You're in control of things. Your inner self is in control. The lion is actually beautiful and purring. I mean, if there was some kind of sound audio to this card, you would feel that lion purring. Look at him. He's just in a beautiful state. So things are going well, I gotta say, for you at the moment, okay? Things are going well. You feel like it's all under control. But something comes in and throws a wrench into the spokes, okay, obviously. And the obstacles is the Shadow side, meaning that things are... And from this card, I actually like this Devil card. This Devil card is not the worst Devil card I've ever seen. This is one of the better ones, because light is coming through and shining onto the darkness. This light is coming on to, illuminate what has not been illuminated before. But this is in the obstacles. So maybe that is kind of the scenario here. All of a sudden, things that you thought were all in order and okay, all of a sudden come to light that they are not in order and okay. There's some issues going on, either HR issues, people issues, or product issues, or customer issues, whatever it is. But it's asking you to be able to understand. And I'm not going to talk about the writing on the card. I'm going to talk about understanding between the orange and the apple, and being able to make the distinction between the two of them and understand how to weigh them both and how to gauge that. And she does have this very perplexed look to herself, right? When you look at this card, she's kind of like, what is this all about? It's kind of taking her by surprise that there's an issue. And it's asking you to peel the onion skins off the onion to understand what is the underlying issue here. And I think that's what's going on. There's light being shown on a situation that you thought was okay. You were in a good place. Your company was in a good place, and you thought that was all fine. But this is happening. There's a situation that happens, and ultimately your desires is that everything is going to be fair for everyone involved. So the apple and the orange need to weigh in equally so that it is fair for both manufacturer or whoever you are, in the industry, versus the end user, because ultimately that's what it is. Company and customer, right? Whoever, whatever. It needs to be balanced. The outcome needs to be balanced, but someone needs to deep dive and understand what the underlying issues are all about, okay? The guidance is to make sure that you follow to the T all of the protocols so that you are 100% certain and grounded, right? That's this a Knight of Wands, that you're completely 100% certain, like let's say 200% certain that whatever answer you have to suffice to this problematic situation that is going on is the ultimate truth to the situation, and it is fair for everybody, and it is grounded before you can actually take a step forward, okay? The outcome is balance act. You're going to have to be balancing either yourself or your company, but Aquarius, I have a funny feeling that you're probably in a higher position here, and you are directly involved with this situation, and there's going to be some balancing, juggling that's going to be needed, just as much as with this balance act between the scale here. Okay, so you want this fair to be, you want it to be fair, the judgment to be fair for both parties, customer and supplier, but there's going to be some balancing act to be done on your end. It's probably going to cost your company some money, because probably the error is on your end, your company end, and there's going to be some further tweaking to be done on your end with regards to the company to balance the money cash flow situation out. I think this is going to be a costly mistake. There's a costly mistake at hand here. That's what I'm feeling. I'm sorry, but anyways, and you're going to have to do some justifying an explanation as to why this happened. There's too many cards, but I'm only going to take the top one. I don't want to take all three of them, just the top one. So the top one is card number 7. It says, be spirit, sweet results await. So a bee is part of the community. A bee is a hard worker. All bees work extremely hard for the benefit of the community. And on this card, we also see a lot of honeycomb patterns. Okay, I don't know if you can see that properly, but there's a lot of honeycomb patterns. And the honeycombs are the structure that is the most stable, the strongest structures out there. And in order for your company to be surviving this situation, everybody in the community or at the company needs to work together towards the same united goal. And card number 7 in the tarot is the Chariot, meaning going forward. It's like balancing, everything's balanced, everything's moving forward. So I think that you're going to have a successful outcome out of all of this. The work's going to be done in such that it's going to be equal, the balancing act. And isn't this funny how we do see the same similarity between the Two of Pentacles and this card? Balancing apples and oranges, right? Anyways, having said that, coming back to the B here, you're in a community, your work is a community, and you're all going to work together towards the same end goal for the betterment of everybody, yourself, your company, and the customer. And it's going to be a very stable structure. We have the honeycomb pattern in the back. I don't know if you can see that, but the honeycomb is there. And card number 7 in tarot is the Chariot. So it's moving ahead and it's very good. So I really like this so far, Aquarius. This is beautiful. So let me pull some cards from the Kipper's deck for you. Oh, that's the card that was coming out first. Let me just pull all those back. I'm not taking these. This is the one that wanted to come out. This is card number 3 and it says marriage. So marriage doesn't have to be a literal marriage, but marriage speaks of a contract between two people, two organizations, manufacturer and end user, whatever it is, contractor and your customer, client. So this speaks of a partnership. So obviously there's something going on with the partnership, and that's what we're seeing already, and I've already talked about that. Let me just take one more card on that, about the partnership, and what else about the partnership. What else about the partnership? Oops, we have this card, despair. So someone is feeling despair. Someone is feeling despair because maybe things are not working out the way they thought it would work. But ultimately, I think this is going to work out in the best interest of all parties. Let me pull a card on here. And I'm using my Before Tarot card deck about the despair. So we have the moon. So, oops. The moon is about in this deck, the moon is just shining brightly onto the water and clarifying some information that was not divulged before. Okay, so the moon is shining light specifically on one aspect and bringing out the lurking things from the water, like the lobster, the crab, is coming out of the water now. So I think that whatever happened, someone is going to feel despair. If not you, someone else in the organization is going to feel despair. And it's about something that was probably hidden from them. And now it's coming out to light. And on here we see the moon card, or a world card, or the earth card, or the earth, not card, but the earth planet that's kind of like illuminated. All of a sudden it's coming to light. And someone needs to start balancing things, right? Juggling things. So let's look at the New Vision Tarot. Share some light about this new light that was shone on something. Give me some reason why. Give me some explanation as to why. So this is again the Knight of Cups. So this is someone that made an offer to someone. Someone who came in, and you know what? This card is traditionally looked as the knight in shining armor. And honestly, anything that shines or glitters is not always gold. So someone presented something to a customer or client of yours, and they made it shine brighter than it was. And I think that's what's going on, is all of a sudden the shit hits the fan because the product's not delivering to the expectations of the customer, and someone is having despair about this, and the partnership between the two of you seems to be a little bit fébrile. Fébrile in French, in English means precarious. Precarious, I think that's the word. Precarious. However, if you understand that if you work as a community, you know, as the bee does, and you all work towards the same end goal, and that you have the proper people asking the right questions to get to the bottom of the things and unpeeling the onion skins to get to the real problem, you'll be able to address the situation. Okay, so let's move on and let's go to Lenormand. And again, this is very specific. This reading is specific, very specific. May not apply to all of you. Okay, so terribly sorry about that. We have the house. And the house, it talks about security, stability, where you feel safe. Then we have the bear, and the bear talks about your finances, your boss. And let's pick another card. Oops. Well, we have two. Passion and ending. Okay. So, your safety, your financial safety, for which you are passionate about, there's an ending. There's an ending to that passionate safety you had, Aquarius. Let me pull one more card on this. But evidently it's turning out for the best. So I think that either the ending of the turmoil is going to, there's going to be an ending to the turmoil because you're going to get to the bottom of things, because the outcome is a beautiful card. It's the bouquet. The bouquet spells, actually speaks of beautiful things that you find attractive, and they're a gift usually. So I really think that there's going to be a lot of work done. It's going to, something you have deep at heart. Like you're totally involved with this in the sense that you have this deep at heart. But ultimately, there's going to be an end to that turmoil, and the outcome's going to be good. Okay? So don't you fret. Don't fret. So let's just see what the healing mantra cards have to say about your career and money. And I'm pulling these cards because you know what? Regardless of the situation, love, general, or romance, or whatever, even work, we all have some healing to do. So here the healing card says, hearing inner guidance. My intuition flows whenever I am still. So, the only way I see this fit into this reading is in two ways. While you're juggling, you can't be walking and juggling. Actually, some people are capable of doing that, but not most people. Most people cannot multitask, okay? So you can do one thing at one time, and this is basically what this is telling you. Hearing inner guidance, your calling, your body is telling you that you need to follow your intuition. My intuition flows whenever I am still. So you need to be still in order to hear your inner calling. There's 3 cards on the table here that actually speak of no action whatsoever. Foot action. The Knight of Pentacles is not moving. Well, neither is the Justice card, but I'm not going to look at that one. I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles, who's standing still and juggling. And this woman too, what do you feel? Card number 9, and she's juggling an apple and an orange. So bottom line is she needs to focus on one thing, okay? She can't be doing 2 or 3 things at one time. And this is exactly what this is asking you, hearing your inner guidance. So you need to actually stay still so you can understand what's going on. You need to see and hear what's going on by being still. And your guidance is exactly that. Looking at all the facts, making sure that everything is grounded and secured before you can move ahead with this situation that's going on at work for yourself. I hope this makes sense. Anyways, let me pull some outcome cards just in case. We have the Ten of Pentacles. That's a good card. We also have the Two of Pentacles. So, again, Two of Pentacles comes out. All right, so the Ten of Pentacles is about, again, total happiness, wealth. Like the money is there, the happiness is there, the health is there. Everyone is in a happy position. So if you follow the advice, you peel the onion, you work as a community in order to re-secure the structure of the company. You understand that some things are coming clear. Probably a customer's been using some products of yours or some solution of yours that caused some issues. And now you're being asked to regroup and understand what's going on. You're trying to balance things out, right? Understand what's going on. And ultimately, everyone wants the fairness to occur between customer and supplier. But before you can write off on it, make sure that everything is very stable. Everything is grounded. Everything has been dotted and crossed. The T's have been crossed and the I's have been dotted before you move on. There's a partnership here that's very important to your company. There's someone that feels despair because something came to light and it was something that was being offered as a knight in shining armor, which, you know, if you're on the other side of the equation, not everything that shines is gold, right? Or glitters is gold. So the customer is also at fault here. They should have realized and they should have done their homework beforehand to understand that this actual product, with whatever characteristics it has, benefits and features it has, is probably not adequate for them. So anyways, having said all that, the outcome, the ultimate outcome after all of this is said and that is it's all going to be good. And the juggling is still going to go on. And ultimately, the people are leaving happy. So after all is said and done, there's still clouds. There's a bit of confusion still. The person is still juggling. But ultimately, the people are leaving happy. So the meeting ends very well. There's a bit of confusion still. There's going to be some patching work to be done in the long run. But still, it's going to be working out in your favor, Aquarius. I hope this makes sense. So this is Natalie. I wish you all the best for March. And please leave me a message. I would really love to hear about you. I'd love to hear and understand if this resonated. If it did, also give me a thumbs up or try to register. And we'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.